Okay, so parents of high school freshmen and high school sophomores, is your student already thinking about potential major, career path, or colleges at this point? Well, if yes, we definitely want to encourage that conversation and definitely start in a research process. If not at all, and you're thinking, oh, I think it's a little bit too early anyway, it's not. I would encourage to open up the conversation and also start doing the research process from here. Listen, it's nothing is set in stone. We're not saying, hey, you need to figure out what you're going to do for the rest of your life. It's really just all about opening up the research process and looking at the possibilities of what might be a good potential careers for them to consider. um, a lot of parents ask me, well, how do we even start with that process? How do we go about doing this? So, the first thing that I would recommend the students do is start with some type of an aptitude test. So, an aptitude test is obviously a test that they take with a series of questions on what they're going to do in a certain situation, what they like, and things like that. But it's generally meant to look at their interests, values, skills, and personality. After they take that test, then there's going to be some recommendations as far as what type of careers would be good for them to consider, right? That matches the aptitude results. Now, I know some students early on, they already know I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, or, a dentist or whatever that might be. But most students don't really know. They think they know, they have some idea, but they're not quite sure. I think the aptitude test is definitely a good way to start. There's a lot of programs out there that you guys can look into, but what we use for our student positioning program is a system called Focus 2, which I kind of like because it does give them the job description besides just the job title, right? Because job title doesn't really tell them much. So it gives them job title, job description, starting salary, job outlook. That is probably one of the biggest ones I want the students I work with. I tell them to pay attention to. It's such a fast changing world that we're in now. We want to make sure that whatever it is that they're thinking about doing, that they actually can be employed or have a job, right? By the time they graduate college. So that's super, super important today. And to take it a step further, and this is why it's important to start planning earlier, is if there are certain career path that your students showing interest in, I would ask around. If you don't already know a friend or a friend's friend or a family's friend that does that for a living, ask around. Do you know anyone that is, um, whatever, like a mechanical engineer or whatever that might be? And then see if there may be a possibility that your child can actually like just job shadow them for a few days over the summer, or when your child is off of school for whatever reason. And that would be a great way for them to actually see what happens behind the title, because there's something about seeing that and knowing what these people do day in and day out, and then they kind of realize like, okay, yeah, this is definitely something this that I can see myself doing, that I find very, very interesting, which then only kind of solidifies that potential career for them, right? Or this is really not what I expected, and I don't really think I see myself doing that, which is good to know now. Then we can go on and research for other potential careers. But also, if that is a career that they feel passionate about, they really, really like, it doesn't hurt to start connecting with people that are in that market or job field already, right? Then maybe they can do a little summer job at that particular company, here and there, right? So, which will be good for their academic resume as well, to job shadow into a career path that you eventually want to do, for the future. And that's definitely something they can put on their academic resume or admissions applications come their senior year. But the clearer they have an idea of what they want to study, Now we have the majors, then we can start researching into what colleges are good for those majors, right? And um, then comes the school visitation and everything else. So if you do have a student that you feel could definitely benefit into working with someone one on one in figuring out majors, career path, or what colleges make sense for them academically and socially, please check out the Excel College Planning Services. There's a link below, and that should give you some idea if or we can help you in that particular situation. But if you do like this video and you found it helpful, please make sure you like and subscribe so we can continue to make more videos to help you through your college planning journey. All right, until next video, I'll see you soon. Bye.